Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Rocker Socks. Today I'm bringing you a game of Domination on the map Zoo. And as we start this game off, I'm a team player looking for that spy plane right away. But you know what, for once, I'm not going to talk about the gameplay so much. I kind of wanted to talk about, myself, who I am, what I'm doing in my life, Because I have realized that I haven't really been talking about that a whole lot. And when I watch other commentaries, personally I much prefer that style of commentary, gameplay, whatever, I don't know, videos, as opposed to the whole, you know, in this situation I'm firing around a corner and I'm throwing a frag grenade here and whatever. I kind of prefer people who talk about themselves, like talk about who they are, what how their life is going and stuff like that. And that's kind of the commentator that I want to be. So pretty much let's just start it off at the beginning. My name is Andrew. I'm 17 years old. I live in Canada. That's pretty much as much as you need to know about myself. Now, for those of you who live in, I don't know, the US or Europe or whatever, wherever you live, no, Canadians do not ride polar bears to school. No, we don't live in a perpetual ice age. It's not nearly as bad as you think. It's actually quite hot here sometimes. I live in, well, we call it the South. For you guys, it's like the Great White North, but whatever. It's pretty far south on the map, and it's actually pretty hot here sometimes. So yes, we do get one hell of a lot of snow in the winter, but that's not the point. I'm getting off on another tangent here. I always do that for some reason. I don't know, but now the reason I'm making commentaries, this is kind of a weird topic to talk about because I'm talking about making a commentary in a commentary. I don't know, whatever. So the reason I'm doing this is I kind of started playing Call of Duty right around Modern Warfare 2, right around, I want to say, February of 2010. So it was a couple months after the game came out. I bought my PlayStation just to play Modern Warfare 2. Yes, that sounds like a stupid move to make, whatever, but I don't know. It's not the point. And I started watching commentaries, I don't even know when. And eventually I thought, you know what, hey, I could do this too, I kind of like the idea. I like the style and everything, so why don't I do it too? I mean, I'm not that great of a player, but I kind of like the idea of talking over a video and stuff and then putting it up for other people to watch. And so even though my gameplay is nothing incredibly amazing, I'm here because I like doing it, and I like talking over videos and getting recognized for it. So a little bit more about myself. As you probably noticed if you watched any of my other videos, I do have a bit of a lisp, and I tried to say that. That took me like that. I actually had to put effort into saying that word. It's kind of weird, actually, how people make a word for something, and the people who have that problem can't even say it. If I say it without putting effort into it, it sounds like lisp. Like it's not that bad, obviously, but whatever. That's not the point. And I mean, it doesn't hinder my commentary or anything. It doesn't hinder my gameplay, my videos, anything, because it's not nearly as bad as some people's. But at the same time, it is quite noticeable, and I have gotten a bit of ridicule over my life because of it. And I don't know. I mean, it's not like I don't look down on it. I'm not trying to change anything about it because that's me. I'm not going to try to change myself just because someone says, "Hey, you talk funny," but it's not even that bad in terms of like I don't know. I don't mispronounce a whole lot of words, but whatever. I'm talking way too much about this stupid thing because most people probably just don't really care at all, do they? I don't know. Whatever. But another thing that's going on in my life is I recently finished high school. As I said, I'm 17 years old. I will be turning 18 in 2011, as this is right now. I just happen to have a late birthday. My birthday's in November, and so yeah. Now, what I'm doing for the rest of my life is I'm actually going to university or college, as some of you call it. I know in France, when I lived there for a while, yes, I did live in France. I'll talk about that later, but I did live in France. They called it, I think it's Cégep there. But yeah, whatever. Here, most of us call it university, and whatever. So I'm going to university for mechanical engineering. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what I'm about to study, but I'm basically basing the rest of my life on a comment someone once made to me. And the reason I'm going into this is basically because I was once told that I would be a good engineer. And so I started looking into what engineering is, and I never really found out. I mean, I understood that it's taking real life concepts and applying scientific principles to solve them. But I don't know what the hell that means. I can't explain it to you if I tried. And pretty much the only reason I'm actually going into it is because someone once told me about 4 years ago, right around the beginning of high school, that hey, I would make a good engineer one day. And ever since then, I've kind of I thought that that's where I would end up in my life. I've never really thought of having any other job, career, anything. I mean, I don't know. Mainly just because I'm kind of scared of what I would become. I don't really want to, spend my whole life thinking of where am I going to be in 5 years. I'd rather just like enjoy what I have right now and enjoy the moment that I'm in and where I am in my life right now, rather than worry about my job. And so for that reason, I never really spent any time worrying about my job or where I would be in my career in 20 years or anything. And I mean, that's probably good, but it's also quite bad because there are some people in the world that have their whole lives planned out. I knew a girl in high school who, from the day I met her, knew that she wanted to become an actress, go to York University. I just gave away where I lived. But she wanted to go to a certain university, and then she wanted to move to New York City as she got older. But I don't know, I've never liked those people because they seem to have this idea and this plan. Everything is planned out so perfectly that when it doesn't happen, it's a huge disappointment for them. And I've met so many of these people that I've kind of like I've made the decision I don't want to be one of those people. And so for that reason, I don't really like that's probably why I don't have any plans for my life or anything, because I don't want to go through that disappointment of if I plan my life out perfectly down to a T, then when it doesn't happen, I'm going to get disappointed, and I don't want to go through that. So I basically like haven't made any plans for my life or anything. But that's not the point. Now, in terms of what I'm like, where I'm going for university, don't ask. I'm not going to tell anybody. It is quite far away from where I live, but it is in the same country, so don't even think like, oh, I'm moving to Mexico or something. I don't know. No, it's just like the reason I'm not telling anyone where I'm going or anything is pretty much just because I'm not really comfortable with it. I mean, I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing. I'm not embarrassed about it or anything. It's just, I don't know. I wouldn't even tell my friends in high school where I was going when they were all talking about it right around graduation and stuff. I mean, I did eventually. It's just, I don't know. I've just always had this thing about me that I don't like to talk about myself a whole lot because I just don't want to get involved in relationships. And I'm not talking about like boyfriend, girlfriend kind of stuff, but I don't want to get involved in like friendships or anything and then get hurt because I find out certain details or something, or someone finds out something about me. And so for that reason, I try to keep stuff to myself a lot. I mean, it's probably going to hurt me in the long run, but I don't know. I mean, for now, it's part of me. It's part of who I am and stuff. And so that's pretty much it for now. I mean, the gameplay is starting to wrap up here. It's going to be over in about 3, 2, 1 now. And so if you guys like this kind of style of talking, commentary, whatever, let me know, leave me a comment or something, and I'll do more of it. See you later.